Muy bonito. Ah, okay, you better get it. All right. You better get it. Yeah. All right, you better get it. Yeah. Hey fam, what's up, what's up, what's up? This is Robert Anton here, robertanton.com, coming to you with your No Frills, the voice commentary from a singer. Oh yeah, baby. Tell me down in the comments right now if you have any favorites so far, or if you're still looking for somebody to blow you away. Let me get to what happened. This is the Blinds, night number 5. Tomorrow's number 6 is the last one. Right now, Perkins went up. She's 33. She did Gold Dust Woman by Fleetwood Mac, and she opened for Bon Jovi with her band Scarlet Haze. She had such a sweet quality as soon as she started, with just a little edge, and I liked that she was intense without being shouty. Adam and Shakira chimed in first, and then she gave us the big note, and Usher chimed in. The three of them stood for her. Blake didn't turn around. Usher said she had a country voice, and she drew him in. Adam pointed out that she's a rock singer and said the last note seared the entire audience. She chose Adam because his pitch was so determined. She said he was just so into it. Gaby Ramirez was up next. He was 25. He did the A-Team by Ed Sheeran, and he started out just a little rocky with the first few notes, but had a really nice easy voice and production. He sounded a little more soulful than the song allowed for him to be. No coach's turn for him, sorry about that. Shakira said his voice was beautiful, but she missed dynamics and the climax of the song. Again, we talked about this before. Give it some up and down, you know, so we can see what's going on with your voice. Usher said he has to live the moments of the performance. Paula DeAnda was 24. She did The Way by Ariana Grande, and she was signed by Clive Davis at 16 and opened for Rihanna. She had a really nice pop voice and got Blake and Shakira to turn as soon as she went for the little whistle tone notes, and she did it more than once. Yeah, almost there, almost there. But I wrote on Twitter, I said she was holding back. She barely even opened her mouth when she sang. She was just like kind of laying in the cut. So she got a lot that she is holding back, and I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. I know she does. I know I saw some fans of hers on Twitter. Y'all let me know. Send me some links to some of her songs, because I know she gonna tear it up. Adam said there were some moments that were really great and some not so great. Shakira said she noticed there were some issues, but she liked when she hit the high note, and Shakira said she liked when she tried to hit the high notes. Blake said she did an amazing note and said he sees an ability to attack in her. She chose Blake, even though she said she loves Shakira in the pre-interview, right? Okay, well, I guess Blake won her over. Jake Barker was up next. He was 28. He did When I Was Your Man by Bruno Mars, and he's another YouTuber. Yeah, YouTubers in the house. This was a great song to show off his voice, and he brought a lot of spunk and style to the vocal performance. Usher was the first to chime in, and he had some really nice falsetto riffs and a good present upper range. Just really was there and full and ready for him just to work with. Adam chimed in second, and then Shakira. Usher said the song definitely complimented him. Adam said it seemed to be a little bit busy at times, talking about the melismas and stuff. Shakira told him he can allow himself to be vulnerable with her, and he chose Usher. And I thought it was a great choice because he could really help him with his falsetto control and, you know, not overdoing it. And I know y'all, some of y'all are watching American Idol with me. Harry Connick Jr. would have been like, yeah, you're doing too much with the melismas. It doesn't need all of that. Yeah, I loved it, you know, but you guys know I like that kind of thing anyway. Tess Boyer also went to Team Usher. Josh Murley and Austin Ellis went to Team Adam. And Cali Tucker went to Team Blake. And Tanya Tucker is her aunt. And these were all people that got just a little screen time. We didn't get to see their full performances. Luke Cooper was up next. He was 27. He did Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. And he put on a little bit of an affected voice for the opening verse of the song that didn't sound like the way he talked. And it was noticeable, but I kind of liked it. He was very entertaining and killing the vocal, but the coaches were taking their time and no one turned for him. What? Oh man, come on. Blake said he sang it pretty good, but there were moments he was singing in his nasal area. It was too much up in his head, too much what we would call forward. Shakira said there were great moments, but also moments lacking control. Adam said the style took over. Usher said it was a great performance and a cool approach, and afterwards said he was regretful that he didn't turn his chair, but he has only one slot left, so he's waiting for somebody to blow him away. What did you guys think of Luke Cooper? Eaton was up next. She was 19. She did Cups When I'm Gone by Kendrick, originally by by Lulu and the Lampshades. I didn't know that. Did you know that? And it was actually by somebody else from way back, like the original version, but you know, they added stuff and made the song that is today by Lulu and the Lampshades. Okay, so anyway, she had a little bit of trivia. Okay, she had a lot of stage presence and a nice clear voice with a little bite. Just as she finished, Shakira and Blake turned for her. She had a nice attitude too. She was like, oh, well, you know, I mean, you guys, he was like, oh, you know, you held out to the end and blah, blah, blah. And she was like, oh, I was just so happy to be here. That is a wonderful way just to keep going through it and happy to perform for all these people. I mean, why get discouraged? You got millions of people watching you. Win over some fans. Yeah. Blake said her voice opened up as she went along while Usher and Adam stood off and gave commentary. I said they looked like men on film over there giving commentary. Shakira said she was having a few issues in the first half of the song, but she liked her when she heard her rasp. And she chose Blake because she said she's such a fan of him. And if you're a fan of me, make sure to thumb up this commentary. You know, I try to work it in there every time, right? Make sure to thumb it up because I know sometimes I forget, and I know if I forget that you guys will forget also. Plus there are new people here. Make sure to thumb it up. Let me know that you are watching it. Also lets other people know that we are over here discussing The Voice. Thanks so much for your thumbs. Ciara Mickens was up next. She was 23. She did Crazy by Gnarls Barkley. And I love this performance from the beginning with the lights and the synth. I think it was a synthesizer hit. It was like, bum, bum, bum. And she started the song. I was like, oh my God, what's going on? It was like something is about to happen. It really was. She smoothed into the verse and belted out the chorus very nicely. Shakira chimed in first and then Blake. Usher turned at the last riff she did. Shakira went up to give her a hug and a private talk, a girl talk, right? Then Blake said every time he thought he'd heard what she could do, there was another layer. And she chose Shakira. Next up, we had Tyler Montgomery. He was 24. He did I Wish by Stevie Wonder. And this guy started singing with such a high vocal. This pitch was just, I mean, he's crazy up in the sky. He sure didn't sing like he looked. That's what I wrote. And I said, I think he's one of MJ's kids because, you know, they just coming out of the woodworks right now, right? The coaches were rocking but didn't seem too excited by the audition. He got weaker as he got closer to the end. I think it's because they weren't turning around and he kind of just ran out of steam, especially singing all the way up here. And none of the chairs turned for him. So when they turned, they all didn't realize he was a guy. And Adam said ladies love the guys with high voices and asked him to sing something else for them. And he sang a little Gravity, I think it was. And it was more subdued and laid back. And he sounded a little better, but he didn't sing but for a few seconds. That's easy to fool you now in a few seconds. Adam told him to come back and suggested that he sing something like that, more subdued and laid back, then can really get to feel the sound of his voice. Blake said he still needs some improvement as a singer. Alaska and Madi were up next. They were a duo and they did Barton Hollow by the Civil Wars, and Adam turned for them first, and I wasn't really sure what to think of these ladies. Okay, they had a good harmony and sounded kind of like a freight train coming through in some places, and not necessarily the bad way, but you know, you hear the choo choo, you know, you hear all these different tones and stuff going on. That's what I heard. And I did like how they were very tuned to each other and blended together perfectly. Like they said, we're like sisters. They sounded like they were twins. Blake also turned for them. Adam said it was perfectly in sync from the very first note and mentioned their dynamics and confidence. Blake said they have the same magic as the Pistol Annies and talked about their Oklahoma Kids competition connection. And they chose naturally Blake. Nobody was surprised by that, were they? DeAnda was up next. She was 25. She did Stand By Me by Benny King. And she started out, sang a few words, and Shakira turned in for her right away. Good going, Shakira. Pick somebody that you want, girl. I liked her sound. Kind of reminded me of Cher in places. And she had quite a bit of stagecraft, you know, like going with bending into the mic, you know, and stuff. And really busting out those high notes like, ah, you know, just, you could really tell that she performs often. I was trying to think of who else she reminded me of, the voice that I was hearing somebody else. And Shakira said Norah Jones. I don't know if that's who I was hearing. Who did she sound like to you? Shakira said she loved the air and quality in her voice and called it very different. Usher said she has a very unique tone. And of course she's on Team Shakira. Then Teresa Payne, Bryson Dunn, Bree Till all went through, got little clips or what, but they didn't get any coaches to turn for them. And finally Josh Kaufman came up. He was 38. He did One More Try by George Michael. And he said just a few words and Adam turned for him. And he started out really sweet and Blake couldn't resist long either, so he turned around. Adam started standing before he even hit the chorus, and the falsetto note that got Shakira to turn was just muy bonito. Usher also turned for him with a big smile on his face, and he really came to tell the story on this song, and it showed in every choice he made vocally. It was not like he was just trying to show off, even though he did have all the peaks and valleys and everything there, but I really felt like it was organic. It was coming from what he was talking about. Very, very nice performance. I very much enjoyed it. Of course, you got 4 coaches to turn, so they enjoyed it also. Adam said it's a tough vocal to conquer and said he had goosebumps. Blake called him awesome and incredible. Usher pointed out that his specialty is soul music because Josh said he was interested in being a soul artist. And Shakira said he's mature vocally and called him the real deal. And he chose Team Adam. What did you think of this show tonight, guys? I mean, oh my God. Did you find somebody to really support tonight? Was there anybody that kind of blew you away? There's so many questions I want to ask you guys about tonight's performance, but let's talk about it down in the comments. Let me know what you guys thought, and I will see you there. This is Robert Anton, robertanton.com. I'm out. Peace.